It's one of the former Manchester United midfielders' less controversial offerings. Over the past 5 years, Modric has overtaken Andres Iniesta as arguably the world's finest midfielder. Alongside Toni Kroos, he is one half of the best midfield pairing on the planet, as emphasized by their role in the hat-trick of Champions League crowns won by Real Madrid in the past 3 years. Just imagine the impact they might have had at Old Trafford. It is a pertinent question after Jose Mourinho took his spending in that department to nearly £200 million in 3 seasons, with the £52 million signing of Fred this week. The United manager inherited a midfield in need of a drastic overhaul, and it's taken his third summer transfer window to create a balance he believes can mount a genuine challenge for the Premier League title. Alongside £89 million club record signing Paul Pogba and £40 million Nemanja Matic, Mourinho hopes Fred will create an engine room that combines energy, power, speed and creativity. In other words, a midfield that's a lot like Real's. Time will tell, but United may well have had 2/3 of Real's all-conquering midfield, but for their decision to drop interest in both Modric and Kroos. Sir Alex Ferguson was a huge admirer of Modric when the Croatian was at Tottenham. Modric and Kroos have been awesome for Real. He determined he was the ideal successor to Scholes, but the prospect of dealing with Spurs chairman Daniel Levy prompted him to step away from even opening negotiations. Previous deals for Michael Carrick and Dimitar Berbatov ultimately made his mind up. "There was a young Paul Scholes missing from our team," Ferguson wrote in his autobiography. "We needed that kind of playmaking influence. People spoke about Modric, but we were reluctant to deal with Spurs after the Berbatov carry-on." Manchester United gauging Sergej Milinkovic-Savic transfer interest with Ferguson departed and Scholes too. It was left to David Moyes to try to find the player to dictate United's midfield. Cesc Fabregas was his preferred choice, but his one and only summer window ended with the signing of Marouane Fellaini. That was the deal that would come to define his ill-fated reign, but he is adamant a deal for Kroos would have gone through if he'd seen out another window. Toni Kroos came up in January. "It was done," he said. Toni Kroos was agreed to come in the summer. "I had agreed it with Tony himself and his agent. United are still to replace Scholes. Louis van Gaal had taken over by then, and with a deal for Ander Herrera already close to completion, United walked away." But Moyes' description of Kroos, writing for The Times in 2016, underlines precisely what United have missed post-Scholes. "I thought his range of passing and his ability to play people in would have made him a top United player, maybe Scholes' error," said Moyes. "He's gone on and shown at Real Madrid what a fantastic footballer he is. It's the number of times he gets on the ball, his vision, his choice of when to play long or short. He's got a great array of passes, and the big thing for me is he tries to make winning passes. He tries to make passes that play teammates through. He's not one who just goes sideways and backwards. He's a quarterback of a midfield player, who can open you up with one pass, and there aren't many like that." United's reliance on an aging and injury-prone Michael Carrick over the past 5 years is a measure of just how difficult it is to find a top-class midfield, capable of dictating play. Manchester United transfer news: Jose Mourinho squad Anthony Martial. Fred, who was targeted by Pep Guardiola in January, is seen as Carrick's successor, but one who will add a new dimension given his greater mobility. His technical skills, combined with his drive, is expected to add pace to United's play in central areas, and Mourinho's hope is that he will perfectly dovetail with Pogba. If they can have anything like the impact Modric and Kroos have had at Real, United may finally solve the problem that's hung over them for the last 5 years. Get all the latest Manchester United news first with our new app. Download it here now.